Hi and welcome to another video. I am the Fragrance Enjoyer, and in today's video I will be talking about one of my favorite fragrances of all time from a house that is not as well known as it should be. Specifically, we are talking about the fragrance called Ganymede from the house of Marc-Antoine Barrois. So in this video I will be talking about the fragrance itself. I will show you the bottle. We will talk about the smell, how it smells, when should you wear it, who should wear it, and if there are any similar fragrances on the market compared to this one. So if you don't hear all that, please stay tuned. So I want to kick this review off with just showing you the bottle real quick, because I think there is beauty in simplicity sometimes, and this is the perfect example of that. So as you can see, it is a beautiful gold on gold bottle. I don't know, I just find something very unique about this one. Good cap, very good sprayer as well, and I'll show you that right now. So let's spray it. So for me, a win in the bottle department for sure. As you can also see, I've worn this perfume quite a lot, and again, this is coming from someone that has had hundreds of perfumes in his collection, and there's a good reason for it as well. So let's discuss this perfume, because before I get into the notes of this perfume, I would love to paint a picture of how this perfume smells. So what you will see on the screen now is the perfect association that I have when I smell this fragrance. And depending on the association you have when you smell this fragrance, you will either love it, same as I do, or you will hate it. So it is a pretty clear divide, at least when it comes to the fragrance community, if you love or hate this one. Some people associate the smell with being at the dentist's office. Some people associate the smell of a freshly unpacked box. And some people have other memories that push them away from this fragrance. Now, in my case, the picture that you can still see on the screen is essentially my association with this fragrance. Hence, I absolutely love it. And there's a reason why I chose that specific picture. So before we go into the notes, I want to give you my impression of how this smells to me. So this opens up quite ozonic, mineral, fresh, almost clinical, almost sterile in a way, which if I were to watch this review and I would hear someone describing the fragrance opening that way, I would say this is definitely not my cup of tea. But as with almost all fragrances, the fragrance is a sum of its notes most of the time. And this is very true when it comes to this fragrance. Even though it opens up very clinical, very clean, synthetic in a way, ozonic, it is the most beautiful opening, one of the most beautiful openings that I've tried ever since I've been collecting fragrances. And that's a pretty bold statement coming from, again, someone that has had hundreds of fragrances. This opens a little bit fresh. Even though it's not listed, I'm detecting a note of pear. There's a metallic aspect to it. It feels like freshly produced metal covered in light pears in a clinical and clean setting. Now, the fragrance smells as this bottle looks like. So kind of a gold pearish metallic experience. From a note perspective, so this opens up with saffron and mandarin, which I do get both of them quite easily. But what comes out, at least for me, is a warm, spicy, velvety leather experience, which is also the reason why I have chosen the picture that I've shown you previously. And it ends up with some oud and immortelle, essentially, at the dry down. So again, it starts off very clinical, fresh, golden pear metal smelling, and then through the mids you will get a little bit of violet, and then it ends up with woods, immortelle, and oud, and leather, which is just beautiful. Now, if I had to describe this fragrance in a setting, this would be a new, recently purchased sports car. Now, I have chosen the Bentley Continental GT because there is a incredible amount of luxury and sophistication that is associated with this smell. So this is not your typical, fresh mass-produced car that you can buy. This is a luxury car that you have spec'd out yourself with high quality leather, premium wood materials, and lots of metal in the cabin. So there is no plastic in your car if you're wearing this fragrance. This fragrance is just insane. It smells, it doesn't smell like anything else on the market, except from two exceptions, which are from the same house. It smells completely unique. It literally smells like you're smelling a piece of freshly produced metal covered in pear juice that is sandwiched between the most luxurious woods and leather. It is, yeah, I don't know. It's so unique. It is so unique. It's crazy. It's a very masculine smell. This is 100% masculine. You will be noticed with this smell. You will not smell like anyone else if you wear this, even remotely. And it's gonna last you a long time too. So who and when should you wear this one? If you own a sports car or even a normal car with really good leather seats, you need this fragrance. Because to me, this is the ultimate combination of sophistication and manliness combined in one bottle. This is for a guy that gets into his Continental GT, drives to a weekly meeting with the stakeholders, because that's the only meeting he needs to attend, let's be honest, and then takes the long road back across the countryside so he can enjoy the ride in his car with the window down. Now, in terms of performance, this is a very good one. It's going to last easily 8 hours, so it's going to last you easily the whole day. And depending on your skin type and how often you apply it, it can even stretch to the 10-hour mark. I love to wear this one in a bit of a colder weather. So I love this one in the fall and the spring. However, I think this one can also be pulled off in the colder summer nights as well. And even more so, especially in a environment such as a car interior, where even though it is extremely hot outside, you have an AC running at 18 degrees. This one will fit perfectly. So is it blind buy worthy? Absolutely not. I think it is a very polarizing smell, depending on the association you have with this one, as I mentioned. But if you do try it and you hopefully have the same association that I've shown you in this video, or that I have, then you will fall in love. It's highly underrated. I still think it's the best seller from the house, but I still think it's very underrated for what it is. I noticed it has crept up in the top 95 unisex fragrances on Parfumo, which I thought is going to happen a lot sooner. The one thing I would say though, it has nothing to do with unisex. This is 100% masculine, at least to my nose. When it comes to fragrances that smell similar or lean in the same direction as this one, I would say the closest you can get are the two fragrances from the same brand. So from Marc-Antoine Barrois. And one is called Ensalade, and the other one is called B683. I believe the B683 was released first, and then this one followed, and then Ensalade. The main difference between these three is that Ganymede is, for me at least, the perfect combination between fresh and leather. The B863 one is leaning more on a sweeter, fresher side, so it's more likable. So if you try this one and it's a bit too much for you, try the B863 one. And if you want more leather, more saffron, more oudi experience, then you can try the Ensalade one, even though I really dislike that one. So try all three and decide for yourself. But for me, this is the best one. Also, I've seen that there's a new concentration release for this one, which is the extrait one. Now, I haven't tried it yet. People say it's not better than this one, which I can easily believe, because usually the first formulation of a fragrance that is released is the best one. or I should say the first concentration. Now, of course, there are a couple of exceptions. So if I take a look at Boss Bottled and Boss Bottled Intense, the Intense one is way better. I can also give you an example with Dolce & Gabbana, the one. The Intense one is far better than the original one, but I think you are the safest if you try out the EDP from Ganymede, and it is an amazing fragrance, as I said. So I would be extremely curious to hear what you guys think about this one. So this was the review of Ganymede by Marc-Antoine Barrois. It is not a known house by any means, at least in the niche world. I definitely think this fragrance is underrated and it deserves more attention. So please try it out. Give it a try. You might as well just find one of your favorite leather, freshy scents that are out there. I also wanted to give you guys a couple of updates on the channel itself. So as of yesterday, we've reached 300 subscribers. So thank you for that. I would have been more than happy with 30 people just watching videos and having a nice conversation, but having 300 of you guys, being there and watching is incredible. So thanks a lot for it. I will be continuing making videos. This video has been recorded on a brand new studio mic, so I'm trying to improve the quality. I am working on the settings so it doesn't look as bleak as it is now. So there are upgrades coming your way, so please stay tuned for this. And on a fun note as well, I will be going to Paris over the weekend to try out some of the best fragrance brands that I cannot try where I live. These brands are Henry Jacques, so that's where I'm going first. I will be visiting the house of Celine. I will be visiting the house of Borisset Victorious, and then I will finish it off with exploring the La Gemme collection from Bulgari. So there's a lot of interesting scents that I will hopefully be smelling very soon. A lot of them are considered grails of this game, so very, very excited to try them out. And who knows, I might pick up one or two here and there, and hopefully I can do some reviews when I'm back. I don't know if I'm going to do any videos in Paris, depends, because I'm also going there for a private celebration, so we will see. But rest be assured, there are more quality videos coming your way after the weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions or if you have any review ideas, please do let me know. And also, if you have tried this one, if you have it, if you hate it, let me know. I want to have more of a conversation with you guys, so please do leave a comment and let me know how you feel about this one, or essentially any of the fragrances that I've shown so far. Or, of course, if you have any recommendations for me to try. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.